Hey guys, Luke here, Tranquility based detailing. It's a bit of a special one today. It's a first for the channel, it's a first for me, but we've got a guest on all the way from Scotland. Is Alan from AM Details. Alan, how you doing?
Hey guys, how you doing? I was going to do a good morning, but it doesn't really work on this platform. But thanks very much, Luke, for inviting me down. I'm looking forward to answering your questions.
Thank you very much for coming on the channel. Alan, for those that may not have seen your channel, if you haven't, what's wrong with you? Get it subscribed. Alan, how did AM Details get started? How did you get to where you are at this stage in your career?
Oh wow, two killer ones straight in. So AM Details started by accident, probably the way the majority of most detailing out there started. I was in the Air Force, so I left school, joined the Air Force as an engineer, and when I was in the Air Force, I had my first car, and as you do with your first car, bang, crashed it clean into a lamppost. I then had the Royal Air Force paint it instead of me paying for insurance to get that fixed, and they didn't do all too good of a job. So what I ended up doing was going to Autopia.net, importing over a Porter cable and then getting the 110 inverter, doing all the magic stuff, going on to Detailing World and all them sort of vlogs and learning on my own. I had the benefit though of being in like the Royal Air Force Motor Club, so I had all the space in the world, ramps, had all these luxuries. So then I just played away, learn, and learn. Later on down the line, I found myself with the gentleman that you all know, Mr. Jim White, and we started hanging out for a little bit, and we started working together as he was in Newark and I was in Lehman, and it was only a little commute to go and see him. From there, it grew, and I had friends starting to ask me, can I do their cars, and can I do their cars, and can I do their cars? But I got posted all the way up here to Scotland at RAF Lossiemouth. Not a lot of people know this, but I have Crohn's disease. If you watch the vlogs, you'll know about it. So for that reason, I was no longer allowed to be in the Air Force. And me and the missus had to make the decision. Would we go offshore with my engineering degree, or would we have a go at running our own business up here? Because there's nowhere up here that has something like this. So we thought we would give that a bash. So here I am. I then started the detailing company up here in Scotland. We had a good go at it, and 6 years later from being in this unit, AM Details is what you know it to be today.
That's a fantastic story, and it's how you've taken something that potentially could be a life negative and turned it into a positive and grew it into the business that it is now. Can I ask, how many staff do you employ at this point?
At this point at AM Details, we have myself, the 24-hour, 7-day-a-week full-time member of staff, and then I have 2 permanent staff. At the moment, I have Jamie, who is my operations coordinator, and I have Scott, who is my full-time detailer.
So that's fantastic that you've got to that point with detailing, and obviously being self-taught, as you alluded to, a lot of us now, we have access to more information and more advice, but as someone that was self-taught and had the time to find their way, what sort of advice would you give to people that want to pick up a machine polisher and maybe have a go? What would be the best things that you could tell them in order to get them started on the right path?
The first thing is the technologies today have changed massively. So if you're going to do a good old school Google on the Googles, what will probably come up is all the old forums that had good weight for the Google algorithm and stuff, and it's going to bring up all the old Detailing World stuff about basics of machine polishing with dual action polishers and rotary, and they all have their place. They all really do. But guys, the technologies today makes things so much easier. My advice to you is go and find your local body shop or your local scrapyard and buy a bonnet or an old painted sunroof, take it to a body shop and have it sprayed, then scratch the living life out of it, just like I did at Waxstock, and then have a go live and have some fun with a basic dual action polisher. You can pick them up. I'm sure you will link one up in your description down below for like a DAS 6 Pro or some other little bit of gear, and then do exactly what they're doing to come and see you on here. Come and check out YouTube channels, go and watch people doing demonstrations, have a little look, but just enjoy it, have fun. Don't be diving straight onto your best friend's car to machine polish it. Have a go on the tester stuff, learn what the polishes can do, learn what it is like to break the paint, and learn what it is like to make mistakes.
I think that's great advice, and I would echo that. It's all having a go and really gaining that experience, and a bonnet from the scrappy is a great way to do it. Alan, where do you see AM Details going? You're at this point where you have 2 members of staff and you've 6 years of experience under your belt. What is the next step?
So the next step for us is another member of staff. They might actually be here already, or we're going to advertise for one. You'll notice we've never really advertised for a position. What happens is people come into the AM Details community and then they kind of just become part of the team, and it kind of sucks you in. But yeah, we're going to be taking on another member of staff, and that's definitely to help, as you guys have seen in the vlogs, take some of the workload off of me, but also then that's going to free up time to develop some of the other elements. Where's AM Details going? International, apparently. We need to, or I'm working on refining all the things that are happening at AM Details locally. The chemicals are going to go and work on our international shipping more. We're working on a European shipping, and that's working out really, really well. The detailing is improving. We have the double bay, and that's now filling out more, but I need to get myself onto the shop floor more, and then that's going to help me develop that. But interesting things coming in the future, if I'm allowed to talk about them, I think so, is we're working with Rupes now. So we're now selling the Rupes machine, and that is because we're hoping to become a Rupees training center up here in Scotland, fingers crossed. So quite a lot of good things that came out of Waxstock. By no means is that guaranteed. I still have to learn, educate, and train myself first, and then we will see if that's something that we can work on. Plus, I've been working very heavily with PVD and the IDA on their side of training. So what I'm really hoping to do is not to make training something that's scary. I'm wanting to make it something that's practical, really easy, and the style that you see in these videos, but you can get a certification, you can learn the things you need to do to help your business grow and make money at your business. At the end of the day, that is it. I'm not going to teach you how to detail if you're just going to pump 40 hours into something for £100. I'm going to teach you how to create value and how to make money from your business.
I think that's all fantastic, and I commend you with where you've got to, and I look forward to where it's going. One of the big attractions for me as a fellow YouTuber to your channel is not just the detailing, the quality work that you put into it, but also your commitment to YouTube as a platform to build a community. So I want to ask you, as far as YouTube as a channel, where would you like the AM Details channel to go? What do you see in the future for that as a channel? What would you like it to achieve?
Nice, nice. So YouTube is actually a massive platform, and I am a very small speck on it. Like a lot of people go, you've got 5,000 subscribers, or in the detailing community, maybe because in the UK there's not so many of us, and I seem to be doing quite well, or my voice is just so annoying that you guys all picking up on it. I'm the guy that sticks in your head, but I'm a very small channel on YouTube. But there's the background element of it, of that it's helping to promote AM Details. We are now physically seeing orders coming through with people saying, love the channel, I bought this because I watch, or fantastic tip, I bought this to carry that out. So you can instantly see that being on a platform like this, if you are a detailer, and if you have the bonus of being able to sell products, will massively help promote your business. Or as you can see, like our friend's Jim, he wanted to massively advertise his white detail, and I think he's booked up with nearly 100% white details every week until later next year. Where do I want to see this going? Channel to keep growing. I want me to become more efficient at it. I wanted to roll out at least a how-to on the entire AM Details range so that I can then use that to help show you guys how to use the range, show you where it originally came from and why we do things the way we do. Plus, I would really like to do an AM Details training program and get it online so that you guys could pay for a service where you're getting the one-to-one experience of Alan without having to travel all the way to this in the middle of nowhere of Scotland, so that you can use that YouTube platform to do that. Whether it is on YouTube or whether it's just through video on a tuition site, that is where it goes. But hey, for the channel to grow and keep growing and get the exposure and build this community, one, so that I can learn from all the people that are watching, and two, so that you guys can learn from me. I'm just loving where this is going at our small, remember it is small, 5,000 subscribers. I love every single one of them though, and mate, I hope that you're having a great time in growing your channel.
Thank you very much. And I'm intrigued by that, the idea of an online training school, because I would love to come and visit you guys, but obviously there's a massive distance thing there, and just be able to pick someone's brain, someone that does have experience like yourself in the industry and with what they do. So that's something that I would personally take part in. Any ideas of when that will come to the fore?
Good question. Not entirely sure when the confirmed date is. Myself and a team I've got that are nothing to do with AM Details are working on it at the moment. There is currently, hopefully you will link it up down below in your description, like a holding mailing list that I've created. So if people are interested in seeing our courses and seeing what happens, you can subscribe to that. Once a month, I just give you all a little nudge to say, this is definitely an idea and this is where we've got to. But the moment the course is ready, I will then roll it out to that subscribing list. So if you grab onto that, then you will be the first people to hear about when that's going to happen.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll put the link below for that so you guys can have a look, the same as I, for when that does happen. Alan, obviously having you on the channel is a big opportunity for me and my channel in order to boost what I'm doing. But let me ask you, who's a dream collaboration? Who's an ideal person that you'd like to have on your channel in the future?
Oh, that's a good question. Can I have a couple of answers to that one? So, of course, I'm going to want to put my friends on my channel. So, because of the distance, me and Jim have never been able to do a collaboration video. I would love to get down to Newark. It's not a very easy place to get connected to, and driving from here is not easy. But if I could do a collaboration with Jim, that would be sweet. Then have him on my channel and put some of my stuff on his. We're already working together quite a lot, and we're really, really enjoying that. But come on, it's got to be done. If I could have anyone on my channel, or if I could be on anyone's channel, it's got to be Larry. It's got to be Larry at Ammo NYC. Come on, who doesn't follow his stuff and in love with what he's managed to do? Have you seen that guy's growth on YouTube, and not only in his business, with actually the small amount of videos he has? I'm pretty sure he only has 250, 300 videos, and have a look at his subscriber base, and it's definitely massively driving his business forward.
Absolutely, Larry is smashing it on YouTube at the minute, and I mean, Larry, if you see this and if you guys want to share this so Larry can have a look, Larry, get on Alan's channel, but why are you doing it? Get on my channel as well. I'll invite you, come down. I'm not going to pay for the flights because I'm not a rich man, but if we can get Larry on the channel or Alan's or both, that would be absolutely great. Alan, the next question I want to ask you is this. We're in August at this point, and obviously everyone is enjoying the hot, the warm weather, but it's not going to be long before we get the rain, the snow and the sleet. How best do you advise people that are looking maybe at the more long-term protections, the G-Technics of this world, to winter-proof their car with those sort of things? What advice could you give to them with the experience that you have?
That's a toughie, because the channel, your channel, is more based at the hobbyist and doing product reviews and stuff. So for you guys at home, my personal opinion, and it does annoy a few people when I say it, is I don't think you should be applying ceramic coatings and stuff on your driveways. I think it's definitely a garage closed environment product. But if you're wanting to do it, then my tips on applying ceramics and stuff like that is preparation is key. If you're going to machine it, then make sure you are happy with the finish, because a lot of these coatings are not going to do any covering up or are not going to improve that finish. They might add some gloss, but they're not going to do anything there. Once you're applying your coatings, my top tips are watch out for the overwipe. And by that I mean, if you're applying it to a small area of a door, and then you might not even realize, but when you're wiping it, you'll wipe onto the arch, go and have a look at that. Because what happens is that will actually dry as a overwipe, and it will crystallize up, and it actually holds dirt and makes it a nightmare over the winter time. And some products, as you've seen, once they're dried, you're needing to either wet sand or heavy cut to get them off. Another tip is lighting. It's another reason I say don't be doing it outside. Get it into your garage and use some forced lighting. Diffused light, which means you cannot directly see the bulb or the LED that's producing the light. So what you can do is get your light and bounce it off the white walls of your garage. It's great for seeing coatings, that nice diffused light. Then direct light from your torch or your mobile phone or an LED light, something like that, to look and see if you can find them coatings. But really guys, if you want to get your car prepped and ready for winter, yes, the coatings are fantastic, but if you're a home weekend warrior or you've got your driveway, then just stick to the good old, really thorough decontamination process, preparation, then wax. And you can use any of the products that are out there. I'm sure there's loads reviewed on this channel, but it's all about taking that time to really strip it back, do a really good decontamination process, then get your protection on there. Then through the winter, you should hopefully just be able to do nice, easy washes, APC snow foam rinse. Try and make as not contact as you can, and then use a quick detailer to top it up between your washes.
So I think that's great advice from, obviously you're dealing with coatings on a daily basis, so I think that should be heeded, and viewers of my channel, I think something you should take on board. One of the things I always try to do when I'm reviewing, and I get these people reach out to me and say, Luke, can you try this product or that? And a lot of them are wary that I tear it down, and it's not my style. And I always say to them, Alan, I always look for the positives and the things that can be improved. Now, detailing as a community, and you as well as I were big advocates of building that. What do you like about the community and what could be improved?
Ooh, on the basis of how you asked that question, I'm going to go down the lines of something that can frustrate me a lot, which is people don't seem to have a filter, or on the internet they just go kind of like bang. And it's something I alluded on in a vlog a while ago, which is the perception of what detailing is and where it is. Detailing community should be working together, and what I mean by that is working together from people who are mobile detailers right the way through to the big massive, what everyone idolizes is the huge scientific industrial guys. There is a massive spectrum of that, and as long as the service you're carrying out is what the customer asked for, money transactions happened and they are happy, then there is not a problem with that. You see a lot of people that go, for example, oh, that car was in at AM Details and it left swirly. Or in fact, I have a video that I still have online of doing a protection detail, and I say a protection detail in the title and in the description, but you'll have people that just watch the video, they won't read anything, and they'll just go, car still swirly, you're rubbish. And it's just like, why is there a need for that comment? Why is there a need for that aggression? Why not nicely ask the question or figure out why was it like that? You know, the customer was perfectly happy and actually over the moon leaving here with their swirly car. And it's because they only asked for a protection detail that fitted inside their budget. And just because they had it carried out here doesn't mean every car that leaves here leaves, you know, imperfection free. Detailing is detailing. It's everything about it. The finer stuff, the cleaning. I'm kind of waffling on here, but what I'm trying to say is I just want the negativity to kind of go, and I just want people to admire cars. Even at Waxstock, there were cars there with swirls, and people were going, I don't think there should be anything at Waxstock that's like this. It shouldn't be full of swirls, etc. Maybe that car was completely and utterly prepped by someone that's never lifted a machine polisher, yet they had the minerals to go and submit a car to Waxstock, Europe's largest car care show, and put it up to be scrutinized. That's insane. Like, they put it up to be scrutinized, but Waxstock's not just about the paintwork. When you see the checklist, it's about the wheels, it's about the cleanliness, it's about the preparation, it's about how much dirt have you actually removed, what have you left. So the guy could score 10 out of 10 in everything, interior, wheels, the whole shebang, and then he would score low on the paintwork, which would still give him a good enough score to get a decent prize at Waxstock. So it's just, I want to build this community and make everything nicer. I don't want the negativity to be there. It's gonna be there, but does it need to be? And if you've got time to be negative on YouTube, then take a minute if you're a business and put that time into your own business rather than looking at what the other people are doing. Whew, that turned into a bit of a rambly rant. I'm sorry.
No worries, it was a bit of a deep question, but I think you nailed it. I think you got it spot on. And, you know, I've said it before, and I'm glad you know, people like yourself, people that are visible in the community are saying, yeah, there's too much negativity, let's take it out. So from here forward, let's be positive. Everything should be joyous, inclusive, let's get everyone involved. Alan, I want to thank you for giving me your time today. I'm very, very grateful to have you on the channel. For those that don't follow you at this point, where can they find you?
Thanks, Luke. Yeah, so if you're watching this on the YouTube, then hopefully you're a part of the YouTube community. If you're not, then the first thing to do is, like, down here somewhere or down there will be Luke's little subscribe button. Make sure you hit it and subscribe, but then come and check me out at youtube.com/amdetails, where you'll see that we bring car care videos to you guys every week, which are usually a day-to-day vlog of what we're up to here at AM Details, some sort of car care related thing where I just get loads of epic music and dub it over slow motion snow foaming and machine polishing and stuff, or I have the privilege of being able to travel quite a bit with my work, so sometimes I do travel vlogs as well. But we're also working on doing this new type of content, Q&As. There's loads of videos, go and check it out there. If you're interested in our products, reviews, blogs, or just checking us out, then it's amdetails.co.uk.
Alan, thank you very, very much. One last time, thank you for being on the channel. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you want to see more of this, if there's anyone you want to see on the channel, reach out and I'll harass them by email until they agree to it. Larry, you're top of that list, mate. Thank you very much for watching. Any comments, questions, ask them below. I'm all ears. Take care. Bye-bye. Man, that was a lot of fun.